Well, folks, this is the end of a particular journey. This is part 6 of the Women of Country Music, done in 1993. And I'm wearing my Kentucky hat in honor of who I consider to be like the queen of country music, Loretta Lynn, and who's from Butcher Holler. And I'm wearing white in honor of the purity of the ladies. And we've all got things, as we say in Jersey, but this is how I'm representing it. funRonni made a gift, the equivalent of 6 gifts, for me to do a 90-minute, reaction to it was a little over 90 minutes. And I broke it down into 6, roughly 15-minute segments. And this is the final one. So we're going to see how they conclude this thing. It has been a wonderful journey. It inspired me to create a playlist. I think this is the one that inspired me to create a playlist of documentaries. No, that was one of Renee Newberry's, I'm pretty sure. It might have been a Loretta Lynn one, but in any case, we're going to run with this one, the final segment. I've loved reading the comments that you guys are about the different artists that we're seeing in here and so on. All right, here we go.
I took a lot of kids, 'cause I never did feel. Now look at everybody trying to be what I was then. I was country.
Yeah, before.
When country was uncool.
I did that one.
I remember that my sister Barbara looked different than anybody else in country music at the beginning of the 80s. But she was honest, and I think that's what you have to be in country music.
Her
Don't be
sister's
something
gorgeous
you're not.
too.
Don't pretend. It's never going to work. You can't fool the people.
She ended up appealing to a young audience with some of the songs. She didn't need to follow the cheating thing. You know, she didn't have to do that. There was a lot more to her than that.
Once women started selling platinum and our concerts were sellouts, then we started getting the attention and the respect that we deserved.
I've been searching from here to Singapore. Anytime that you notice the girl next door, baby. Fun on you.
I think that the secretaries and the clerks and the nurses and all out there, the teachers, I think they see themselves in Winona and I hope they do. I think they know that I am like Cinderella getting to go to the ball.
Yeah.
And they see themselves in that experience.
And I can't possibly imagine someone coming to me and saying, stand here, sing this song, wear this dress, and act this way. It just wasn't in my makeup.
Well, the 80s was really the decade when women took charge. They took control of their careers and they defined their own images. They commanded respect and they got it. They had no...
I'll say this, the men were told this as well. I mean, this is one thing that is kind of lost in a lot of this, that anytime there's an industry and a lot of money on there, like one of the things that new artists especially don't like, nowadays it's male and female, but even back then was the male version. And sort of what gave rise even to Outlaw was that Waylon, Willie Merlin, these guys, the labels were trying to tell them what they wanted. And they were like, a few artists were rebels enough to say, no, I'll go out on my own. A lot of artists actually did, and they never made it because they didn't have the backing of a label. But, you know, Elvis, there was a major backlash against Elvis, who was considered the king of everything. And, you know, you look at the documentary, This Echo Will Never Die, and it was like they did not want Elvis on the radio or on television. They didn't want to move in the way he was, and they were refusing to play him a lot of the stations. But there was enough passion for him that didn't work, obviously. But it's one of these things that, yeah, I'm learning about like the special type of pushback that the ladies who were new to going out into the entertainment field, because the way the United States developed and grew, as in any sort of culture or subculture, is it's more a product of the culture than a pushback against. And sometimes there is a pushback. But anybody who's new to something is going to get pushback. There's going to be control asserted over them. But then once they start selling and making money, because at bottom line, it always comes down to money, then it's like, go right ahead, Loretta. Go right ahead, Miranda. You pick the songs you want. They love you. We just want you to stay on our label. And that's when the power shift takes place. And I love seeing that. I love seeing these trajectories. All right, here we go.
Problem saying this is how I want my lights to be and this is how I want my PA to be.
This is what I want done for me. This is my career, and this is how I would like it to be done.
Rather than be victim heroines, we wanted to be self-actualizing heroines, and we wanted to say that with our music.
I'm overworked and I'm overweight. I can't remember when I last had a date. Oh, I didn't expect it to go down this way.
Yeah.
For quite a few years, it was just like, if you ain't in your 20s anymore, then you're over the hill. And that's a bunch of bull now.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't hold true. KT Austin proved that you can bust out on the scene and sell in your mid-40s and sell records.
Yep.
That has always made me the happiest when I feel that I have really written something that people genuinely connect with. Not just a chant, you know, hey, baby, baby, I love you, you know. Yeah, we've heard that one. But they go, you wrote my life. You wrote something that I actually lived.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You think you got a ticket and I must be some kind of fool. I hate to steal your thunder, but your playing days are through. And at least they offer me, 'cause babe, I got no use for you. Tonight laying on the street, babe, your bag is packed, so take it back.
Women have become much more independent from men in every lifestyle. I think that's why they love Reba McEntire, as she sings songs to them about, you know, is there life out there.
One of the girls that comes to mind that has helped me so much is Reba McEntire. I can't tell you the time she's talked to me and she's hugged my neck and you know, just been like a big sister.
I find other women in the country music business to be, it seems like we're all kind of sisters. You know, me being a newcomer, I think they have that feeling, that inclination to take you under their wing, and you just feel like family.
There's something that happens when women get into a room together. We bypass a lot of the BS and go straight to things of the heart.
Yeah.
Even sitting in there today with the girls, I felt like I could go out there and do anything.
Jimmy climbs on board that old yellow bus. It sure looks big in his little eyes. His mama waits as her tears kick up the dust. It's never easy to say goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
Julie Red in her pearl white wedding gown has found her wings and it's time to fly. It's all her dad can do to keep from breaking down. It's never easy to say goodbye. It ain't easy to ever say goodbye. It ain't easy letting go of the one you love. But believe me, meet again by and by. If not here, then somewhere up above. Now the time has come to go our separate ways.
Oh, yikes.
And it's alright if you wanna cry.
Yeah, you could feel that.
And though I know we'll meet again someday, it's never easy to say bye. It ain't easy to never say goodbye. It ain't easy letting go of the ones you love. But believe me, begin by and by. If not here, then somewhere up above. Somewhere up above.
I hope we meet again someday. Thank you.
That was sweet. I hope we meet again someday to the audience. That was different.
We're developing, I think, quite a support group among ourselves.
We've been through children, we've been through marriages, divorces, deaths in the family, and it seems like the women just kind of grow and rely on each other's friendship.
You know, when you share the same dreams and goals and you face the same problems, there has to be a sisterhood.
Gosh, we're all feeling the same feelings, going through the same things, having the same doubts, same fears, same joys. And it was really wonderful, a wonderful experience to be in a room with all these other women entertainers. It was just a real affirming experience.
I want to continue to bring into this music business creative freedom. I want to be able to go into that studio and spill my guts, and for no one to stand there and say, oh, I'm sorry, you can't do that because that's way out of line.
If you really have that talent, if you really have that drive, you will go on and do it no matter what anybody says.
You just got to be really determined and know exactly what you want and just be a really go-getter to, make things happen for yourself, because there are some things that can be very discouraging.
The only thing I've had to fall back on is my music, and that does it every time. So it's something from within me that keeps me going. I can't do without my music.
I can amen to that. I mean, I can tell you that in times in my life too, like I've been doing this channel now for 9 years, and I love, love, love this journey that I'm on. Hers is more intense because it was a total career for her and probably passion since childhood. I've always loved music, but I could tell you that this channel is one of those things that no matter where I go, it will be going with me. No matter what I do, I'm on a vacation, if I'm on, go visit a friend somewhere, I still do my reactions because I understand what she's talking about very, very well, that this is, one of the things that's a constant in my life, because it's been in my life for so long. From the time I was taking care of my mother in Florida to the time she passed, and then the years after that. See, I learned so much from hearing other people's perspectives, even though it's for different reasons. There are similarities, and I love that.
We've always had a lot of integrity in our music, and I think that that's what really the listeners are responding to.
There's a brand new audience out there that we didn't touch, we couldn't reach when we were first singing, when we first came to town 25 years ago. And that audience is very young and very enthusiastic.
They might like rap, but they still want to get a little heartstring pulled. And that's what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly.
Country fans, they say don't ever retire, just keep on singing. So I just tell them as long as our health holds out, we're going to keep out there singing.
As far as the future of country music, hopefully it's always going to maintain that key word is always going to be country.
It's not just as simplistic as, well, my guy left me and now I'm sitting in a bar playing the jukebox,
Right.
The issues are edgier, more compelling. The music to me is very brave and interesting. And to me, that's real life. And that's what makes me want to listen to the music. That's what makes me want to seek it out.
Mary Chapin Carpenter grew up in Princeton, so she was around a lot of brains, and she has one herself, that's obvious.
Show a little inspiration, show a little spark, show the things that drew me to you and stole my heart. Tell me something I don't know instead of everything I do. Look at me as if I mean something to you. Our hearts are beating while we sleep, while we're wide awake. You know the world won't stop and actions speak louder. Listen to your heart, what your heart might say. Everything we got the hard way. Show a little passion, baby. Show a little style. Show the knack for knowing when and the gift for knowing how. Have a little trust in us, and fear obscures the way. You know we got this far, darling, not by love, but by never turning back. Some may call on destiny, but I just call on faith that the world won't stop and actions speak louder. Listen to your heart and what your heart might say. Everything we got the hard way. Caught up in our little lives, there's not a lot left over. I see what's missing in your eyes. You're searching for that field of clover.
Oh my God, here they come. That was well done. Ronnie, that was really well done. Really bring out the old timers. Yeah.
Show a little inspiration, show a little spark, show the world a little light when you show with your heart. We've got two lives, one we're giving and the other one we make. And the world won't stop and actions speak louder. Listen to your heart and what your heart might say. Everything we got the hard way. We got the hard way. We got the hard way. Everything we got the hard way. We got the hard way. Everything we got the hard way.
So this is going to be their outro song. It's like one of those weekend revival things, you know? So this is just for women. Oh, we're watching all of it. Right through the credits.
Marshal Matt Dillon is a legend. Now he's a wanted man, and he's fighting to clear his name. James Arness, Ali MacGraw, and James Brolin star in the world premiere movie Gunsmoke 4 to the Last Man, Saturday. Now get ready for Picket Fences, next.
Wow. All right, I'm going to say this before I forget because it struck me way more than once. All right, William F. Buckley Jr., who was an absolutely brilliant orator, a brilliant writer. He and I were writing back and forth a little bit when he was at National Review. I mean, he's since passed, I don't know, 15 years ago, about, I don't know, a year or two after his wife passed. And absolutely brilliant. Anytime I read a book of his, and I may have read them all, it sent me to the dictionary like every page. And he just had a way with words that I just was astounded. But he had said one thing one time that has stuck with me all these years, and he was referring to Lady Diana, Princess Diana, who died in the car wreck, right? But he had said, this is while she was alive, but he had said, if there's ever been a more beautiful woman on earth, I've never seen her photograph. And I thought, well, I'm going to say this about Michelle Wright. If there is a woman with more beautiful eyes on this earth, I have never seen her. I don't know what it is. I mean, every time they showed her, it was just, that's the idea of Plato's perfection in the world of the forms. And there are beautiful, beautiful women there too. But obviously, I mean, but another thought struck me. What an honor for Mary Chapin Carpenter to be like the lead vocalist closing this thing out. Like, how do you get selected for that? You know, you have to be a big deal in your own right, but there are so many phenomenal artists that, I'm looking, and having been the former owner of a dance studio, my desk was in the lobby of the studio, and I overheard so many conversations moms had, some of the older students had, the younger ones had, the teachers had. It was a sea of estrogen. I saw and learned way more than 99% of males on this earth do. How they think, what they deal with, what goes on, their own views of themselves, and all this stuff. And so when I see this thing, it kind of brings back some memories. And, women have a special place with one another. There's a bond there that guys don't fully understand. I mean, it's kind of funny, but like even to this day, when you go to a gathering where there's a bunch of people, it's usually dudes are in one part of the house and women are in the other. We just sort of migrate to one another, and we love one another. We're friends with one another and all that. And yet you take a look at family gatherings, you take a look at social gatherings, and you'll see, generally speaking, women kind of congregate with one another. They just sort of like magnetize, and men are with one another because we talk about different things. We relate to things differently. And I personally think it's a beautiful thing. I have no problem with that whatsoever. And when I see the weekend here that they partook in, I don't know if it was a weekend or just one day. I don't see how you could do this in one day. I mean, there was a lot to it. All the performances, they had to rehearse, they had to do the staging. Backing vocalists had to come in, the musicians, there had to be rehearsals, and they can have stand-ins do that, but still, lighting, sound, all of this, I don't see how you could do this kind of special in one day. I think they were there for a couple of days at least. There would have been that sorority and that bonding time that they would have had with one another. And how cool would that have been for women? Because women do need to hang with women. Women need girls' nights out. They absolutely need time away from us guys. We guys need time away from the girls. It's simple. It's not offensive. It's just when you get to a point in life where you accept that, and men have to accept that too. It's like women, dudes who are watching this, if you're younger, your woman is not going to want to spend all of her time with you. Believe me, she's going to love you and all, but don't misread the sign. She needs her time to herself. And just like you're going to need yours. And it's not an offense, it's just a fact. But the women here, right on through, I just have this happy smile on my face because I love seeing when things change, like for the better. And I'm not one who thinks that women were held down. I'm not one who thinks that new people are held down. I think when you study culture and how cultures develop and like the survival of the fittest, there's always a pushback against something that's new. And in the entertainment industry, due to the way, civilizations generally progress and America progressed, and the entertainment industry progressed, the men were the ones working. Women were predominantly at home. And I could go into medical advances and all this stuff, but having babies was a very dangerous business. And this was pre-birth control. So, marriage meant babies and it meant hardship, not just after you have the baby, but the woman might die in childbirth. The medical advances had not gone so far, so there was a cultural difference. But when enough things had been in place, even Loretta's, Doolittle, the nickname for Loretta Lynn's husband, was like, you got to get a gig. Like the men were in favor of it. But there was going to be blowback to new faces, new approaches. And just like there's blowback to the young guys, it's not like I know more guys. I know some guys who had some pretty nice musical careers going and their labels dropped them. They didn't think they were good enough any longer. Dropped. That's just the nature of the beast. If you can't make money, we don't like you. If you can make money, we do. And here comes Kitty Wells. Here comes Patsy Cline. Here comes Reba. Here comes Loretta. Here comes Tammy. Here comes all these ladies, and then they speak a different language in ways, and they present things differently that can penetrate the heart differently. And a guy can penetrate. Billy Dean hits me deep, for example, but somebody like Miranda can hit my heart chords in a different way, and it's always hit me. Love Your Memory. Like you can learn a lot as a guy from women by hearing what they're singing about and what resonates with them so that you cannot make some of the mistakes that they may be pointing out directly or indirectly in these songs. So, Ronnie, I could go on and on. That was a 94-minute special, and I love it. I mean, the philosopher in me, and I also am not Pollyannic, but I tend to see the good in things. And in this, I just have a goofy grin on my face. So, that goes in the documentary playlist, people. You can thank funRonni for that. All right, guys. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.
Country music has changed a lot. There's a whole new breed. There's been a turnover.
The reason that it's happening for us today is because of our idols, people like Tammy Wynette and Loretta Lynn, Patsy Montana, Patsy Cline, people that have paved the way for us to be here today. Hopefully, by us being here, it won't be as hard as for the next generation.